You know that feeling, right? You've had a long, frantic day, you finally sit down, look at your to-do list, and realize you've been incredibly busy but not really productive. It's like you've been running in place, and all the important stuff, well, that just got pushed to tomorrow. Again.
Yeah, if that hits home, you are definitely not alone. We're always told to just work harder, just push through it. But what if the problem isn't how much effort you're putting in? What if the actual rules of productivity we've all been following are kind of broken?
And that's exactly what we're going to dig into today. See, we've been taught that being productive means doing more and doing it faster. But the world's most effective people, they're playing a totally different game. And today, we're going to learn their secrets.
All right, so first things first. We have to start at the very beginning and completely redefine what it even means to be productive. It's time to bust this myth that being busy is the same as being effective. It's just not.
This right here, this is the new definition we need to embrace. Real productivity isn't some mad dash to check off the most boxes. It's about making steady, meaningful progress on the things that actually matter. It's a huge shift from worrying about quantity to focusing on quality.
So how do we actually do that? How do we make that shift? Well, it all boils down to a pretty simple but really powerful two-part formula. It's not just one thing, it's how these two ideas work together that really unlocks everything. Okay, let's break this down. Efficiency? We all get that part, right? It's about doing things well, not wasting time or energy. But the real game changer here is creativity. And no, I'm not talking about being an artist. In this context, creativity is all about asking smarter questions before you even start working. It's about looking at a task and thinking, is there a better way? Instead of just blindly charging ahead.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? It's not about trying to magically find more hours in the day. It's about getting more meaning, more value out of the hours you already have, just by thinking a little differently.
So how do we actually put this working smarter idea into practice? Well, it starts by taking on one of the most sacred cows of productivity, the classic to-do list.
I mean, be honest. Think about your own to-do list. Does it actually help you? Or does it just loom over you, making you feel overwhelmed? For so many of us, these endless lists just scatter our focus, they constantly remind us of everything we haven't done, and they end up being a source of pressure, not a source of motivation.
But hey, the good news is there is a much simpler, way more effective method out there. One that keeps you feeling in control and focused on making progress, not feeling pressure.
Okay, check this out. You start your day with just 5 tasks. That's it, 5. And when you begin the very first one, here's the magic trick. You cross it off your list immediately. This isn't about finishing, it's about the act of starting. It gives you this little jolt of momentum right away. You keep working until you only have 2 tasks left, and only then do you add 3 more. See, this system makes sure your list never grows into some anxiety-inducing monster.
Now that you've got a better system for your list, the next big question is, what kind of tasks should you be putting on there in the first place?
This is huge. The key is to focus on the work that only you can do. These are the things that need your specific skills, your expertise, your authority. Anything else? If someone on your team can do it, it should probably be delegated. This is all about protecting your most valuable resource, your energy, for the work that's actually going to move the needle.
But look, even with the best tools and the best lists, we're going to hit roadblocks. We're going to have setbacks. That's just life. And that's why this next piece of the puzzle is so important. Building a resilient mindset to handle those challenges when they pop up.
So how do you look at failure? Do you see it as an enemy, something to be avoided no matter what? Because that path, well, it just leads to playing it safe and staying stuck. Or do you see it as a friend, a teacher? When you can reframe failure as just a necessary part of the process, it becomes this incredibly powerful tool for growth. Just think about it like this. Failure isn't some final judgment on who you are or what you can do. It's just feedback. It's data. The most successful people out there, they're not the ones who never fail. No way. They're the ones who learn from it the fastest.
And this growth doesn't have to be some massive leap. The real secret is just consistency. Can you imagine getting just 5% better each week? It sounds so small, right? But over time, that steady, consistent progress is so much more powerful than some heroic all-night effort that just leads to burnout. It's really about the quiet power of just showing up day after day.
And that brings me to probably the most overlooked secret weapon in the entire productivity arsenal. It's something that most of us actually feel guilty about, but it is absolutely essential. And that is rest.
You ever notice how truly productive people often seem kind of relaxed? It's because they get this. They know when to hit the pause button. Taking short strategic breaks, we're talking just 10 or 20 minutes, is what prevents burnout and recharges your brain. They don't make you less productive. They actually make you more productive. Rest isn't a weakness, it's a strategy.
So, when you start putting all of these pieces together, the right definition of productivity, the right tools, and the right mindset, you realize it's not really about managing tasks at all. It's about building a life that's driven by intention.
And I've got one final, incredibly powerful tool for you. We all have to-do lists, but have you ever thought about creating a no list? This is literally a list of things that you consciously decide you will no longer do. Things that drain your energy, that waste your time, that don't line up with your real goals. A no list is one of the best ways I know to protect your focus.
Because you see, in the end, becoming more productive isn't about finding the perfect app or some magical life hack. It's about making a choice. It's a choice to focus on what matters, a choice to see setbacks as lessons, and a choice to value your own time and your own energy.
So, I'll leave you with this one question to think about. As you go about your day, what is the one thing you can say no to starting right now that will create the space for what truly matters? Whatever your answer is, well, that's your first step on a much more productive path.